Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we are diving into something really cool that's changing the game for building complex AI agents. It's called LangGraph, and you're going to want to know about it.
So let me just ask you this. Have you ever been deep in a project building an AI agent and you suddenly realize you're just stuck? Tangled up in this crazy web of unpredictable loops and endless logic chains? If you've ever felt like your agents are kind of hitting a wall, trust me, you are not alone.
And that's really the heart of the problem, right? As our AI agents get smarter and we ask them to do more, these longer, more complicated tasks, the simple straight-line designs we started with, they just don't work anymore. They are hitting a massive wall.
And here are the exact pain points we're talking about. You've got agents getting stuck in loops they can't get out of. They have a really tough time with any kind of conditional logic, like if this, then do that. And forget about easily adding a checkpoint for a human to say, yep, that looks good. All this lack of control makes building reliable, long-running agents an absolute nightmare.
Okay, but what if we just stopped thinking in straight lines? What if we started thinking in graphs? This is the big idea behind LangGraph, and believe me, it is a total game changer for how we design these sophisticated AI workflows.
So what is it exactly? Well, at its core, LangGraph is a framework that lets you build your agents as a graph of interconnected steps. This whole approach means you can create these really robust, multi-step workflows where you have explicit, fine-grained control over the entire process from start to finish.
And check this out. This comparison just says it all. Simple chains are rigid, linear, and kind of hard to see what's going on inside. But LangGraph, it's dynamic, it's cyclical, and it's built from the ground up for control and observability. Think of it like this. It's the difference between a basic assembly line and a futuristic smart factory that can adapt to anything on the fly.
I absolutely love this quote because it just hits the nail on the head. LangGraph isn't just another tool in the toolbox, it's a whole new way of thinking. It brings that structure, that reliability, that predictability that we expect from professional software engineering, and it brings it right into the wild world of AI agents.
All right, so you're probably wondering, how does this thing actually work? Let's pull back the curtain a little and look at the key building blocks that make LangGraph so darn powerful.
Okay, so it all boils down to three things. First, you have the state. Just think of this as the agent's memory. It keeps track of everything. This state gets passed between different nodes, and nodes are just your action steps, right? Things like calling a tool or validating some output. Finally, you have edges, which are the connectors that tell the agent where to go next based on what just happened. It's how you define the flow.
Now, theory is one thing, but let's make this real. Imagine for a second that we're building an AI travel agent. If you tried to do this with a simple chain, it would get messy, fast. But with LangGraph, the whole thing becomes so much more elegant and robust.
Let's just walk through this. First, an intent node figures out what the user wants. Simple enough. Then, a search node goes and finds flights and hotels. But here's where LangGraph really starts to shine. An evaluation node can rank the options, and maybe a policy node checks if the price is within company policy. If something's off, say the price is way too high, an edge can just loop the whole process right back to the search node to try again. Or, if the agent needs more info, a clarification node can literally pause everything and wait for a human to chime in. How cool is that?
And that right there, that's the key. Building in these loops, adding human checkpoints, creating these complex branching flows, it all feels completely natural when you're thinking in graphs. In fact, it's exactly what LangGraph was designed to do.
Okay, so this sounds amazing, but you might be thinking, when should I actually use LangGraph instead of something simpler? And that's a great question. It really all comes down to what your project needs.
Here's the bottom line. You should be reaching for LangGraph anytime your workflow isn't just a straight line. If you need cycles, if you need human-in-the-loop checkpoints, or if you absolutely need rock-solid reliability with a clear audit trail, I'm talking to you enterprise systems and regulated industries, then LangGraph is your answer. It gives you that certainty and control.
And this right here is the perfect way to wrap your head around it. LangChain is what gives you the powerful capabilities, the LLMs, the tools, the integrations. LangGraph is what gives you the framework to orchestrate all of those capabilities with structure, with discipline, and with precise control.
So yeah, LangGraph gives you this incredible control over your agent's architecture, which is huge. But of course, building a truly great AI product, well, that involves way more than just the architecture. It takes a holistic view of everything from the models all the way up to the product strategy.
And if you're looking to master that bigger picture and build what's next in AI, a fantastic resource to check out is the AI Product Management Playbook by Deepak Dio. You can subscribe on LinkedIn and connect with this amazing network of VPs, directors, and the next generation of AI product leaders. That's all for this explainer on LangGraph. Thanks so much for tuning in.